Hi, how's everyone? I hope I find you all well. Happy New Year. Thank you for returning, and hello if you are new. Hi, Virgo. We're doing your Death Splits the Difference reading today. What that is this spread is I go through the decks and I find the death card and I pull the card in front of it and the card behind it. The card behind it is what is ending, what is being transformed, what you need to leave behind. And the card in front of it is the new path, what you need to focus on in the future and what is coming your way from the divine. So, using the First Light Tarot, the Animal Wisdom deck, the Celtic Lenormand deck, and my mini Rider-Waite that I named Oda-Mae. She hurts feelings. So if there's harsh advice here or harsh observations here, that's why. Because she has a mind of her own and she has no chill. Remember, please, not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense to you at a later time. You are all at different points in this timeline, okay? Like I say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you which character you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage, whether you're an observer or you're involved. I can only read the energies, okay? So from the First Light Tarot, behind death, which you are leaving behind, you got the card for vibration, which actually is a really good card. It means that you were vibing high, you were flowing good, things were going very positively. You were putting out what you were getting back, and you were getting back what you were putting out. There's a real back and forth here that was very nice. Okay, so that unfortunately was behind the death card. That is the condition that is ending. On top of that, from the Animal Wisdom deck, you had the Ace of Shells, the Nautilus, which is the Ace of Cups. So, whatever this was that you were vibing in was really emotionally fulfilling. And that can be across the board. It was emotionally fulfilling, it was physically fulfilling, it was something that you were very content with. Okay, there's contentment here. If this is a love situation or a relationship, like I say, this is going to be a recurring phrase in this spread. Things were going along swimmingly. All right. Um, Even when there was ups and downs with the Nautilus, it is a perfect. It's perfect for its environment. Just like many of the other animals that have been around for 100 million years, they have perfected their form so that the environment that they're living in, they are perfectly attuned to. They don't need to change because they have everything they need self-sufficiently to survive and thrive in whatever waters they are in. The thing with the Nautilus is no matter what kind of water it finds itself in, it's not upheaved. It's content and it can function and it can thrive. Okay. This says it's deep, balanced. It's gentle and enduring. It's thriving in love, wherever it takes you. Okay. This also says something really interesting. It says emotions like love ebb and flow. So trust its motions even when turbulence tumbles you. And that's the key with the Nautilus. They can be tumbled around and it can, it's on the whim of the current. But wherever it is, it's self-sustaining, and that was in the upright. So like I said, think the energy was going swimmingly. You were adjusting well, you were thriving, you were emotionally content. And then from the Rider-Waite on top of that, you drop the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is the same energy from two different decks, one upright, one in reverse, right on top of itself. So again, this feeling of being tumbled, this feeling of once you were up, now you're upside down. Once you were swimming, you know, in a good current, now you're being tumbled. It's a topsy-turvy, the ebb and the flow. And now in this energy that's just ending, you felt creative blocks. You felt so there's sour feelings, feeling unloved, blocked creativity. Okay, so whatever this is, and the good thing is that this is ending. All right. Um, so then on the other side of death, you got the strategy card and then the card called energy. Now, when energy drops, for me, it means that this is energy from the divine. So now on the other side of death, whatever this was that's being transformed, you were up, then you were down. I feel like the death is putting an end to that. And that's really, yeah, it's sad because this was really, like I said, emotionally fulfilling. You were content and provided for. There was good routine. I mean, it just felt really comfortable. And then all of a sudden you got the Ace of Cups upside down where there's a blockage here and everything that was in that cup is now draining out. Again, if this is a relationship, things were going along swimmingly and now all of a sudden they're topsy turvy. But that's coming to an end. Okay, that's behind death. So here with the energy, um, this is divine energy. This is the universe stepping in to remind you that you are still connected to the higher realms. Virgo, that's tough for you because water energy is not comfortable energy to be in. Emotions don't make sense. And in a way, I kind of vibe with that. I relate to that. Even though I'm mostly air and fire, um, Virgo is an honorary air sign because you are ruled by Mercury, which also rules Gemini. And Mercury is information. Where Gemini just communicates information, you process it. Okay, but you internalize a lot, being a deep earth sign. You're not a fixed sign, so you shouldn't you're not stubborn about it. You're very adaptable if you have new information, and it's exciting when you do get new information because it almost feels like it breaks you out of whatever confinement you get stuck in. You do have a tendency to dwell, you do have a tendency to get caught in the rabbit hole. Okay, there's almost like obsessive feelings sometimes, obsessive thoughts, and you are very quick to be hard on yourself. Okay, but you're being reminded that the part of this strategy here for the new cycle is to let go a little bit and reconnect with the energy flowing from the divine. Um, on top of that, again with vibration, it says raise your vibration, have enthusiasm with this new energy boost. Um, yeah, it says all energy reconnects you with source. On top of that, from the animal wisdom deck, you dropped the magpie, which is the seven of feathers, and that correlates to the seven of swords. Many times, most interpreters will interpret the seven of swords as like the thief in the night. They describe it. Somebody stole something and ran off with it, but it's sword energy. It's mental energy. So what are you stealing? I don't understand what you can steal thoughts from other people and run. No. Um, the swords do represent the two sides of your mind, though. What are you running off with? Are you running off with doubts and fears and guilt and gossip and misconceptions? But on the other side of that, you have information and intention, you have opinions, you have knowledge. You have insight, okay? With this being in the upright, I believe it's the more positive of the two. With the thief in the night, well, with the seven of feathers, the seven of swords, they have dropped two and they're running away with five. Now, the two on the ground are the two of swords of indecision, where there were no good choices, no good options, being between a rock and a hard place. You've shed that, and now you're making off with what you can carry. Unfortunately, what you can carry is actually kind of burdensome because those five swords represent the five of swords of discord and arguing. Okay, um, In the Five of Swords, there are three people. One is holding all the swords with a smug smile on his face. Two people are walking away and their swords are on the ground. That's a representation of putting an end to something where there were no good options. It's just ending the conflict so you don't have to put any more energy into it. Now, the reason that that's important is because here on the vibration card, it's telling you don't scatter your energy. And I feel like whatever this was that was it that's coming, you need to regather your strength and not scatter it, because this is what you're coming away with. Okay, so if you choose that you're walking away with negativity, that's what you're going to feed back into this loop with the divine. Okay, that negative energy. If you're coming away with insight and knowledge and information and ideas, like fresh ideas and how to get to a new place, then you'll be all right. um here is another placement where, like, over here you have the ace of shells, the ace of cups upright and the ace of cups reversed on top of each other. Here you have the seven of feathers represented by the magpie. And in animal symbolism, the magpie is associated with magicians and alchemists and people who can manifest, witches, things like that. Um, it's magical energy. It's transformative magical energy. He's a mimic, he's a trickster, and he represents energy that you can manipulate in order to make an illusion into something real. The crazy thing is that um the card you dropped on top of it is the magician in reverse. Okay. So this feels like you have the tools and the talents, but they're being wasted. If you don't tap into the energy of the divine, it's like it's like the divine came along and said, okay, that's at the end. I'm here now and I'm giving you this new energy to work with. But it feels like you're still a little hung up in the fact that that old thing died. And you're really dwelling on that. And you're being really hard on yourself. And you're kind of getting stuck in the vibe of feeling guilty or feeling like you messed up on something, um, dwelling on something negative. And that blockage is not going to allow you to manifest something new. Okay? And that's what you're being advised on. So, with this, like I said, what's coming next after death is a strategy to work with the energy of the divine, because whatever this was in the past was fleeting. I heard it was fleeting. It didn't last, and it wasn't going to. Even though you felt content and you were vibing high, something happened, and I think down here we'll see what that was. That kind of uprooted the apple cart. Okay, so now they're saying, fine, recalibrate, get your bearings. Seven of Swords is take away from the situation what is valuable and what you can use, and leave behind what is no longer useful. Again, with the magpie, he's also a thief. Magpies are thieves, and that's really funny that this is coming out to me, because he's carrying off a key. And you see back here, there's a tent here. Now, the way I was interpreting it was it looked like a circus tent. So to me, this card was somebody um, gathering what they could and leaving the circus, not my monkeys, not my problem anymore. And they were making off with what they could carry mentally in order to get away from that toxic situation. So with the magpie carrying a key, magpies are also said to be thieves, pickpockets, like ravens can be. I think they're from the corvid family. I think they're an offshoot of the corvid family, and that's interesting because you do have a raven, their cousin, in this other card. The reason I make The reason I'm making a point to talk about the pickpocket or the thief is because Virgo, you are ruled by Mercury, and one of Mercury's aspects is thievery. So you may be good pickpockets, you may be like five finger discounting things from a store. I don't judge. I hate corporations. You know, I'm not one of those, oh my God, you shouldn't steal. No, I think you can steal. I, I'm actually pretty liberal in my thinking. I think you can steal. Um, but it feels like you're making off with something that kind of feels like you shouldn't have, you know? That's for somebody. I don't know who out there that will resonate with, but that it's okay. You're taking with you a key for something in the future, all right? And maybe it wasn't supposed to be taken, but it's yours. You got it. It's fine, okay? Then you have the magician in reverse. So maybe these thieving talents that you have, these pickpocket talents, um, are being wasted. Maybe you're supposed. I shouldn't say that. I should not say that. Your thievery talents are being wasted. But anyways, you got the magician in reverse. I think this was meaning like what I was saying before. You're dwelling a lot in guilt and feeling down about this cycle that has ended, and that's becoming a block. You have the key to to a new cycle, but the manifesting power is hard to come by. I understand that. Okay, so now here in the advice and summary row, I pulled the bottom of all the decks after I dealt out the spread. And from the first light tarot, you got harmony, which is nice. It says build and oh wait, I forgot. I'm sorry, let's back up a minute. Um, I have to do the bridging energy. So here in between, I laid three cards from the Lenormand deck, and it's his energy on how you're going to bridge the distance. Okay. So death splits the difference. That's the title of the spread. But then here you've got bridging energy, how to get from point A to point B. How are you going to heal from what has ended and come over here to manifest this new energy? And first you dropped the birch rods, which is like a broom energy, but instead of this, it still has interpretation of sweeping things clear. But this is also representing conflict because gathering up of birch rods like this was the forerunner of cutting a switch, where if you were going to beat somebody, use this broom, this handheld whipping kind of energy. So there's conflict here. There's I feel this is self punishment. Okay. This says arguments, conflict. Um, it says abuse or punishment, repetitive negative patterns. And that's key here because down in the bottom row, you do have the devil energy, which is falling into old patterns and habits that are harmful or toxic. But it also says sweep away discord, and it says sweep away discord and bad habits. It says expel grime and unhappiness, cleanse, purge, and purify your surroundings and yourself. So that's key. The first off, there's going to be conflict here. There's going to be conflict with others because this very content situation has ended. But you have to part of healing that, letting that go, is going to help you um it'll help you mend these bridges. Okay, I heard you're gonna start mending or fixing bridges you haven't even crossed yet. Okay, the next card over, you got dog energy, and that's somebody who's very loyal and loving, and dependable. So it's loyal, dependable, supportive, faithful, friend or companion, a reliable guide, an affectionate protector, and a capable ally. Next to that, you got cards called the lilies. Usually for me, depending on what kind of lily it is, it could mean death, but not in this deck. It means family, harmony, peace, tradition, support. Again, somebody supportive around you, a mature older man or lover, a king of wands. So king of wands energy is Sagittarius energy, so it could be someone in your energy that has strong Sagittarius placements. We also have the magician here, that's Aries and Capricorn. And the devil is Capricorn. So you might have someone in your energy that's got um, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Aries placements. Okay, so you've got discord here at first, but an opportunity to cleanse and let it go. Okay, purge, purify yourself, especially. And that's important because remember, you're still bogged down in the negative energy of what did I let happen? What happened? Oh my God, I can't believe I did that again. I, how am I gonna fix this? Why did I get caught up in this? Caught up again. Suggesting the idea of being tumbled in this flow, being caught up in something that you couldn't control. But you have dog energy here, like I said, somebody loyal, somebody trustworthy, somebody who's a capable guide and ally, and it's someone in your family. Um, they're harmonious and peaceful. I mean, it's supportive energy. You have that here in the bridging energy. Um, so crossing this energy here, getting over this conflict, and I really believe that this is inner conflict. This is you beating yourself up. Remember I said the birch rods were used to beat people? This is you beating yourself up. Okay? This is inner punishment. It's like self-punishment. But again, with the negative patterns, it's like you're being hard on yourself for falling into old habits. But like I said, right next to you, there's somebody here that's loyal and capable. They're not leaving you. They're supporting you. They're sticking with you. They're by your side. There's nothing you can do that's going to push them off. All right. And then so that's the bridge. You got to follow that energy, and then you come over here with strategy. The 7 of feathers. Did I read this? It says here deception and cunning, sneaking, distraction for self-interest and self-preservation, flight and escape. So yeah, you have an opportunity when it's almost like the divine is going to throw in a smoke bomb for you to get the fuck. Okay? But you're going to be stalled a little bit with this. It's like the divine is telling you, let me handle it. You shake yourself off, dust yourself off, heal from your self punishment, heal from your guilt. And until you do, your manifestation energy is blocked. Um, So that's the divine saying, work with me, don't work against me, work with me. And until you learn to open up, release that beating yourself up energy, and try to get yourself back into that high vibing energy. Remember, vibration attracts like vibration. So if you're vibing high, you're going to attract high vibration. I feel like you did that before, but then you kind of fell off into an old patterns and old habits. So let's get to that then. Here in the summary row, you've got harmony here. And it says bridges. Oh my God. It says build and repair bridges It says connect to your higher self and move in love and joy. Okay? So then next you have the Nine of Fossils, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And in this deck, in the Animal Wisdom deck, it's represented by a wolf energy. But next to him, who does he have but a raven? Um, the interesting thing about that is that I believe this is the dog energy here in the bridging. Whatever this loyal, supportive person is in your energy is this raven. Look how they're interacting. The wolf, which is you, is looking off into the distance down the path, and the raven is perched in the tree here, whispering to him. So, ravens and wolves in nature have a cooperative relationship where, since the raven can fly, she sees far and then she reports back to the wolf on where there are resources to be found. So there's someone in your energy who can do that for you. Um, they can point you in the right direction, and that's what you have here. And let's see, this says autonomy, freedom, self-reliance, um, self-sufficiency. um, it's so the Nine of Pentacles is self-made abundance, okay, but it's enough to share. And in this card, it's reminding you that there's cooperation to be had in order for you to manifest this new abundance. And it has to do with whoever it is your vicinity that is this dog energy, this loyal, supportive person. They are going to lead you, like the raven, to resources that are going to help you to build that Nine of Pentacles. Okay? But here in the Rider-Waite, in the bottom of the deck, you had the Devil. Behind it, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So this is what I was saying before about falling into bad habits and old patterns. So this may be something where you tripped yourself up and you had a situation that was really nice, going swimmingly, and you tripped yourself up by falling back into some old patterns. It's like you got lazy. You got apathetic. It's like I think you put a little too much faith in the stability of that situation here that was so emotionally fulfilling. You figured there's no way I can screw this up. Well, yeah, you can. And it's by falling back into old toxic patterns. So the devil here again is ego, and being bound to something. It could be like an addiction. If this is a relationship, then it was something that kept you from advancing. It kept you from continuing that peaceful situation that you had. But remember, this represents the lovers after life has fucked them over a little bit. So, but the lovers is always a choice. There is a choice here. You choose to remain in these bad patterns and habits and toxic bonds. Because in the devil card, yes, they are chained, but it's not on there like shackles. It's on there like a necklace. You can and you must lift that off of yourself, okay? But because you are in that energy, you are here in the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, the Seven of Wands is defending the high ground, where you have the moral high ground, you have the emotional high ground, you're in a good position to defend yourself. Remember, the Seven of Wands comes after um, the Six of Wands of victory. So once you won something, you're supposed to defend that. And with this in reverse, it means that you've been knocked off of your high ground. I'm not going to say high horse. You have, well, maybe you have, maybe this was a wake up call that you're not invincible, and situations that you had faith in really do depend on you maintaining the high vibration of working at it in a positive way. But again, seeping into this are old lessons that weren't learned. That's again, we got the devil, Capricorn energy. He is the taskmaster. This is represented by Saturn. And Saturn is hard, hard lessons. And if you don't learn them, like in school, if you don't learn the lessons, you flunk and you have to start over. And that's the energy of keeping you bound in this cycle. So something here has you bound in a cycle, and it has pushed you um, into a feeling of being not on solid ground. All right. This is feeling overwhelmed or inadequate or feeling criticized. And again, Virgo, you are very critical of yourself. So maybe when you fell back into this old pattern, again, you were beating yourself up about it. Now you're feeling critical and inadequate. All right. And that's the energy that's going to be blocking you. That's why the magician here is in reverse. Now, the last card we have here from the Lenormand on the bottom of the deck is the Lord, and that's a really good energy because sometimes I get very arrogant energy from the Lord, but there is a card in the deck called the Man, and the Man is just a typical work-a-day kind of guy. You know, he works hard on the farm, he provides for his family. He doesn't have a lot of wealth, but he's not in poverty. But this is the Lord. So you were in a position where you had leveled up a little bit. This says masculine energy. He's a leader, a friend, a husband or father or partner. This is energy being decisive and rational, mature and responsible. If this is for you, it's a sign to take time to take charge and control and be confident, focused, and in your power. Okay? So that's what they're guiding you to do. You have to release yourself not only from the guilt of falling back into this old pattern, but you have to release yourself from the pattern itself. In order to do that, you do have energy surrounding you that's loyal and faithful and capable of leading you to resources that will allow you to get back on your Nine of Pentacles journey. Okay? But you have to try to vibe high and remember to work with energy that is flowing in. I know some of you out there, some Virgos are very spiritual, some are not. But you cannot deny that energy is a thing, and it does work in everybody's life in a different way. Even if you just believe that the energy is coming from you, that's fine, because if, as long as you tap into that part of yourself that can open up those doors for the energy to flow, that is you tapping into your higher self and working with the divine, whether you see it that way or not. But the divine is telling you, flow with my energy so that you can leave behind what you don't need anymore. Otherwise, you're going to stay blocked. But you have the ability to reclaim your position, even in just in your own mind, to re-empower yourself, take charge, and be confident again. So I hope that's resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up or subscribe and share my video. It helps the algorithm get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I'm open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. And for any small donation, I would love to do a 3-card thank you spread for you. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description. I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Now, a little confession. I did this reading earlier and I got to this point, and then Huey jumped up onto the computer and I lost the video, so I had to start over. But I had already come to this point, and we laid out two cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Okay. Let me just take a drink real quick. I love this part of the reading because when I get to these cards, it starts to tie all of this energy together. So one of the cards, the first card you dropped here was the mountains, and that has been coming out a lot lately. Um, in the last reading, you dropped the mountains from the Lenormand, and the key to the mountain is yes, there is an obstacle here. Okay, but you are on solid ground, and you do have this is earth energy, so you are grounded, and you have the key. No, in the magpie card, you had a key. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so they've been giving me lately for the mountains the idea that there is a passageway through the mountains where you don't have to kill yourself trying to go up and over. When people see mountains, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to go over that bitch, right? But they were showing me like from Lord of the Rings when they had to go through the Misty Mountains. There's a there was a doorway to go in and through. You don't have to go up and over. There's going to be something that opens up. But the thing is that that doorway is really, really hard to find. And the only ones who are going to find it are the ones who, A, are looking for it, and the ones who persevere and really work to find it. It's not going to be more work to find the loophole or to find the easy way through than it is to go over. And going over it, I mean, you're exposing yourself to conditions that may harm you. Okay, so they're saying with this with the mountain energy lately, they're saying be smart about where you're going. Okay, now in the mountains you have to find like in Lord of the Rings they had to find a doorway, and once you find the doorway, how are you going to open it? Well, you'll know when you get there because the magpie is carrying the key, and it may be something that you stole, you know. I don't know how else to interpret that. The magpie is a thief, and he stole that key away from the circus. Oh, another thing I was supposed to point out in that card is there is a rainbow over him, so that does mean the worst is over. So you got through it, and you got through it with a key. Okay, you made off with something that is going to help you in the future, and here is the spot where it's going to help you getting over the mountains. Ugh, mountain energy, stand your ground. It says hold firm to what you believe in and are focusing on because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the Great Mother, and it reaches high to the Great Father. If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. What was I telling you? It's then you got the Lord card, which is taking back control, taking charge, and accepting your power. See how he's standing? He's standing like I'm the shit and I can't believe I forgot that. Okay? You are resilient and grounded, especially you, Virgo. You are this mountain, okay? You are mountain energy. Um, and the energy of, I'm sorry, you are resilient and grounded, and the energy and air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in energies of heaven. Oh, see, what does it say? You're here with the magician in reverse. You can't access that energy that's coming down from the divine. So it also says flow and vibe high. Yeah. So there's a blockage here. You're not in the right energy to receive that. If you're not sure what you need to do next, the the mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Talk things over with those around you. Okay, the dog and the lily energy. Talk things over with those around you and know that change will come to you. You will be whole and well at the end of this, and it will not stand in the way of your future growth and expansion. Okay? That's that Lord energy. You're going to come out of this just fine. Now, the next card that you got, very interestingly, now you have the Lord, and now you have the Lady. Lord and Lady. This says enjoy. Oh, this is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is Nine of Pentacles energy. Whoever this lady energy is going to help you regain that Nine of Pentacles. Plain and simple. It says, enjoy growth and reap your rewards. It says reap what you have sown and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Grow and expand in all areas of your life. This says fertility, growth, and abundance and all are all imminent when the lady. So that's here in the future. I love that. Okay, so it's imminent. It's coming. You've got the Lord and the Lady together. Fertility, growth, and abundance are all imminent when the Lady arrives in your life. All the seeds you have planted are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In a mental sense, this card can represent financial security. Oh, a material sense. In a material sense, this card can represent financial security and comfort. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. What I say, Nine of Pentacles here, is enough to share. More than enough to go around. If you're making business deals or setting intentions to create financial growth, this card indicates a considerable amount of monetary success. The lady can also usher in other forms of abundance, opportunities, marriage proposals, even the birth of a child. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces. Forces here in energy, in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. So if this isn't you, this is the person in your energy that's going to help you, okay? So we're going to end with some cards from my Oracle deck to get some final messages for Virgo, for your death splits the difference. Summary. Okay. You kicked your own nuts here, Virgo. You fell into an old pattern, and it threw you off of a path that was going along swimmingly at first, but now you feel blocked. In order to bridge that, you're going to have to stop beating yourself up. You have to turn towards those that are around you that can help you, that are loyal, that are supportive. This person or people are not going anywhere. You have a good foundational support system, okay? But you have to try to tap into the energy that the divine is bringing in, even if you don't agree with it, because it's giving you the keys you need in order to manifest things that right now you feel a little bit removed from, okay? You have the ability to mend some bridges here. Oh, no, that was what they were telling me before, was that you are building the bridge that you're going to use. You're building it as you go. Okay. And again, with the devil energy and the Seven of Wands in reverse, whatever this was that you got caught in some old toxic habits, it's really made you feel like you are not on the high ground anymore. But with the Lord energy here, it's reminding, it says, remember who the fuck you is. Okay, remember who you are. As soon as you harmonize forgiveness and healing, you will be able to open up your vibration in order to work with energy from the divine, whether you believe in that or not. So let's see. First off, we've got growth, and that's wonderful because you've got the Nine of Pentacles here twice. So you do have energy coming in that you can work with, that you are going to grow back any abundance that you feel like you lost when this situation stopped. But we do have warning here of mice. This is the nibbling away at resources, dwindling, a slow decay. This is again wasting something, wasting energy, wasting money, wasting effort. Okay? Be alert, observe your surroundings, and make sure you give yourself plenty of time. It says you may be it says there's a fear here or a warning here that you may be running out of time because the resources are going to be dwindling away. You got the wheel for some reason here. What goes around comes around. um oh, okay. As see with the ace of cups here, upright and reverse, it feels like you were tumbled a little bit. You were up, then you were down. This is reminding you that happens. Life does that. You're up, then you're down. You're good, then you're bad. Usually when the wheel comes out, it's advising you to be smart with resources while you have them, because when you don't have them, then you still need something to be able to use. Then there's that warning about the mice, where now those resources are kind of dwindling away a little bit. But we have again Archangel Gabriel. He is illumination. So there's wisdom, clear sight, and the light of God's truth. There's decisions here, the ability to resolve conflicts, and awakening, intellect, and guidance. So this is the light of God. And here you have the card for energy, which means the divine is working energy in your life. You just have to come out of your woe is me Eeyore energy. Stop blaming yourself. It happens. Get back on your feet. Shake off your guilt. Forgive yourself and cleanse all that away. Once you do that, once you're able to cleanse yourself away and release the guilt of the old cycle, everything's going to change. Okay? And then you've got two angel numbers. You've got 333. Angels and spirit are near you. It says we hear you. Okay? So just pray out loud. Pray out loud. And leave it all on the table. Get angry, get sad, express despair, express your fears, express everything. Say it out loud. The vibration of your voice is the key here. Then they're saying that they hear you. Then you have here 444. Connection to spirit is strong right now. Pay attention to your intuition. You have nothing to fear. So that's that for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope those messages resonated. If you have any questions or want some kind of clarity on this, absolutely put a comment in the comment box. I rarely get comments. I really look forward to them. I will respond. I really will. So if you have anything you want to clarify or any questions about this, Virgo, do not hesitate to ask in the comments and I will answer your questions. Or, better yet, contact me for a reading. I'm available for personal readings, okay? Very reasonable rates. So all that is in the description. And until I see you again in the next couple days, thanks for sticking with me. Okay, thanks, bye.